Oh, what a day. What a day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Isn't that right? And before any speech I make, I always acknowledge my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, because he said if you don't acknowledge him, he's not going to acknowledge you. And I also want to acknowledge my wife, Julie, because she's in this fight with me. But also, I want to acknowledge all of you for being here on this cold, cold day, because I can tell you right now that meaning that you want a new senator in Washington to represent you. And that senator is going to be Herschel Walker, and I will represent you there in Washington, because I'm going to tell you, I was made for this. I didn't think I was when I was running that football for Georgia, but that's the reason they had me running that football, because I grew up in that little town called Wrightsville, Georgia. And I tell you, if you got 1 year to live, move to Wrightsville, that year's forever. Same old, same old. And as my mom said, I was big bone, which meant I was fat. And I used to have a speech impediment where I couldn't put a sentence together. But God knew he had a plan for me. So he gave me that scholarship to go to Georgia. And I got to Georgia, I win a Heisman Trophy. And then, no. And then I get a chance to be on the 1992 Olympic bobsled team. Think about it, there's no snow in Georgia, and I made the 1992 Olympic bobsled team. But God said he's not ready yet. He's not ready yet. See, I got to break him. So all of a sudden I found out that somebody said I had a mental problem. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, I got a mental problem, Herschel Walker got a mental problem? I'm talking about myself in third person, but I know that. And all of a sudden I decided, and then because of the grace of God, I realized that we all fall short of the glory of God. And then that's when I got washed in the blood of Jesus. And then I came out of that hospital, but then what happened, I happened to see something on television that I'm telling you not to watch TV, because TV confuses you sometimes. And the first thing I saw on TV, I saw a guy by the name of Raphael Warnock. He was a man out of cloth. And this man out of cloth made some statement that he said, America need to apologize for its whiteness. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, he's speaking in church. And what I'm thinking about is in the Bible I read, God talks about redemption. He talks about forgiveness. And God said, why are you going to look at the plank and look at the dust in your brother's eye rather than looking at the plank in your own eye? And you got to be able to forgive. But no. And then he said, American problem we have is racism. And I said, wait. The Bible I read, God don't know anything about your color. He knows about your heart. So why is this guy trying to separate God's people? Because we're all God's children. And I said, no, I may have to run for this Senate seat, because I'm not going to let this man of the cloth separate my family. And all of you in my family, I don't care what color you are. It don't matter about your color. You're my family. Because I'm going to tell you something you may not know. Because 23andMe screwed us all up, so it don't matter about your color. What does matter is you're an American. That's what matters. You're an American, so that's what I'm going to fight for us to continue to be those Americans, and we come together to get this thing done. Because what I've been seeing is this senator who's a reverend. And I saw his church the other day, and he said this, y'all saw him in a debate against me. Did y'all really think this man can beat me in a debate? Let's be real. Y'all knew you couldn't beat Herschel Walker in a debate. I told him this country boy was going to come in, and I was going to show up. But when Herschel Walker shows up, I show up to win. I don't show up just to lose, because I'm Ricky Bobby. I don't like to finish second, I want to finish first. He showed up at the debate, and then all of a sudden he became Scooby-Doo. Y'all saw that. He was that easiest speaker, but all of a sudden he becomes Scooby-Doo, because they asked him a question. They said, sir, will you vote for Joe Biden in 2024? And he go, oh. And I'm like, damn him. Right now he don't want to talk. Because he got to explain himself to the Georgia people. Then he's been showing the Georgia people that he didn't stand for them. They voted for him one time, but he went to Washington and forgot all about him. Because what he did, he went to Washington and hugged up with Joe Biden. And that's the reason that we got all the crime in the streets, because he called all men and women in blue thugs and bullies. I'm like, why do we have somebody like that representing us that's going to call all law enforcement thugs and bullies? And he even thinks about it. Now think about this. He thinks about no cash bail. Can y'all believe that? No cash bail. No. He thinks about letting prisoners out of jail. I'm like, wait a minute. In the Bible I read, there's this thing called Adam and Eve. You remember Adam and Eve went to the Garden of Eden, and God said, wait. In this place here, you have total freedom. But if you touch or eat from this tree here, you will surely die. they were held to responsibility. Well, we have a pastor, that man out of cloth, that don't want to hold people responsible for what they're doing. Wait, he don't even want to hold himself responsible. Do y'all hear about Columbia's towers that he's now supposed to be running? Do y'all know that there's people that have died in that place? Do you know that he's been now evicting people for $28 when yet he's got $7,400 a month to pay his rent, but he's evicting people, poor people, people with mental health. He's evicting them for $28 a month. And people dying in that place, the rat infested, but now he don't want to take responsibility for the action that he's done when yet he said he's a Matthew 25. Y'all know what Matthew 25 stands for? It says, when I was hungry, you fed me. And it says, when I had no clothes, you clothed me. But it didn't say when I couldn't pay my rent, you evicted me. And that's what he did, these poor people. He evicted them because he's not what they claimed to be. And some of the best people that know him best say that he's an actor. He's an actor because y'all know what he did at that camp as well. Y'all may not have heard this. This young man said that was a sexual abuse, that was physical abuse. And I'm like, who did that? It had to be Senator Raphael Warnock because he was responsible for it. Y'all didn't hear about that, did you? He don't want to talk about those things because he don't want you to know that. He think you're going to be, he gets a good senator for you. I'm telling you right now, it is time for a change. It is time for us to change and get him out of that office because he has proven to us right now in less than 2 short years, y'all see what we got. Y'all see what we got now. They're going to our enemies to ask for energy for us. Have y'all seen your utility bill lately? Has it gone up? That's because of Senator Warnock. Have y'all seen your gas bill? Has it gone up? It's because of Senator Warnock. Have you seen your grocery bill? Has it gone up? Because of Senator Warnock. So they're going to our enemies to ask for energy from. They don't know the definition of an enemy. An enemy is somebody that don't like you. And that's what they need to learn, but they don't even know the definition of a woman. They still trying to discuss the definition of a woman. But I know the definition of a woman. It's written in my Bible. The Bible I read said it was a man and a woman. And the woman became from the rib of a man. That's what they need to discuss. But right now they even telling you a man can get pregnant. No, he can't. No, he can't. Get out of that. Get it out of your mind. Get it out of your mind, because that's what Senator Warnock want to talk about. Things like that. He don't want to talk about what he's done to you. And what he's done to you is raise your taxes. Did he not? So he's the liar. He said Herschel Walker is a liar. No, you're the liar. You went to Washington and raised all the taxes. Did he not? And then he went to Washington and voted to put men and women in sports. Can you believe that? Put men and biological men should be competing against a woman. That's like asking Herschel Walker to compete against your daughter. Do you want that? No, you don't. I can promise you, you don't want that. But that's what Senator Warnock has done. And they asking me, why am I running? I'm running because I'm sick and tired of stuff like this right here. We need leaders in Washington, and I'm not that politician. I don't look like one, don't talk like one, don't act like one. I'm that warrior for God that he sent down here to get this man out of office. I'm that warrior for God that he sent down here because I don't dance and sing for nobody. I never have and never will. Because I remember when my offensive lineman used to tell me, they said, Herschel, follow me. I'll take you to the promised land. So I'm going to tell all of you, vote for me. We all get to the promised land because we're not going to get there by one. I want all of us to get together because that's what we are. We're God's people, and we're going to get that together. We're going to work this thing out together. We can't do it because in the Bible, I read, it said a house divided cannot stand. I don't know what Bible Senator Warnock is reading, but it's not the Bible I've been reading because he don't seem to be doing the right thing by him. That must be Senator Warnock doing this right here, trying to cancel me out, but he can't cancel me out because I'm the man of God. God loves me, and I can tell you that right now. He loves me. And I'm going to tell you this right here because it's getting cold outside. But cold weather only make us better because what a day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I want you to get out and vote. December the 6th. Get out and vote. Let's get him out of office. Let's let that door hit him in the backside as he leaves your face. That seat belongs to the people of Georgia. He has proven, and he said you got to know something because they come to Washington. Let me tell you, he didn't know he can't raise all the taxes, did he? He didn't know that he can't call men and women in blue thugs and bullies. He didn't know he can't bring pronouns in our military. Do y'all know that? He's bringing pronouns in our military. Think about what the heck is a pronoun. I don't even know what a pronoun is. His pronoun going to be former senator, but that's his pronoun, former senator. So get out of Washington talking about pronouns. We got to get back to making America the most strongest and the lethal fighting force ever assembled. It's our United States military. But if we keep people like Senator Warnock in office, we're going to have a weak military. We're going to have a weak police department. That means we're going to have lawlessness on the streets. We don't want that no more. Because I'm going to tell you, we are a country of immigrants, but we also a country of laws. Because did you see Chuck Schumer the other day talking about legalizing everybody coming into this country? Like, what has gotten into him? Even he and Senator Warnock been living together too much. All of them thinking the same way. We got to get this thought out of people's mind and get back to controlling this border. Because this border got to be controlled, people. Drugs are coming across the border. They got drugs, fentanyl, killing everybody from 18 and 45. We got to stop this. And the only way we can stop it is come together. That's the only way we can stop it. So we got to get rid of Senator Warnock. Because all he's doing is bending his back so they can ride his bike, doing everything they tell him to do. Get this man out of office. It is time for him to come back home, go back to his church, take care of that apartment that he's been misusing, taking those poor people money, been misusing those poor people that are dying. Think about this. This is the holidays. That's somebody that died in that apartment is someone's family member. Why is the news media not covering that? Why are they not trying to find out who that died? What family member was it? No. They want this man in office that he can destroy this country, but they're not going to destroy America. Because as my father told me as a little boy, he said, son, you know what? If you don't like the rules underneath my roof, you leave my house. That's what I'm going to tell the people right now. If you don't like the rules of the United States of America, you can leave. You don't have to live over here. It is time for us to get leaders in Washington. It is time to get leaders in Washington. I am sick and tired of people going to Washington thinking that America is second. We're not second. We're not even third. We're first. When America leads, the whole world does well. America is not the leader right now. Have y'all seen some of these leaders looking at Joe Biden as he sleep in meetings and stuff? He falling asleep in these serious meetings. We don't need a leader in Washington falling asleep. We need somebody that's going to stand up. Now, I can tell you, when they see Herschel Walker, they see my guns, they're going to stand up. Because I'm telling you what, I've been working out. I've been getting ready. So this runoff, I told you, I was made for this right here. And that's what I'm going to tell Senator Warnock. You bring it, because you're going to be defeated December the 6th, because I'm going to have all you guys as help. We're going to go and defeat him and send him back home. And we're going to tell him, Senator Warnock don't know it is time for you to go. So get out of the office of the people. Guys, I want to thank you so much for coming. I want to thank you so much for coming. And I want to just leave you with this. I'm going to leave you with this. You know, I heard a story about these two older gentlemen. They love baseball. Both of them love baseball so much that as one got up in age, he getting ready to leave and go meet his maker. And as he laid in the hospital bed, the other one came in there and he said, Harold, can you do me a favor? Can you do me a favor? And he said, what can I do for you? Can you let me know if there's baseball in heaven? Harold thought that was a strange request. He said, if I can, I will. Harold passes away. About 3 weeks later, this other guy working in his backyard on a bright sunny day, better than today. But as he working into his yard, this cloud started coming towards him. He knew it had to be Harold. He ran into this cloud and he started shouting, is there baseball in heaven? Is there baseball in heaven? And the voice from this cloud said, well, I got some good and bad news. He said, I don't care about that. Is that baseball in heaven? And the boy said, well, the good news is there is baseball in heaven. And the guy goes, yes. Said, the bad news is you're pitching tomorrow. And the reason I tell you that, guys, let's not wait too long to get this thing correctly. We can get it correctly in December the 6th by getting out the vote. So God bless you. I love you. God bless you. Thank you guys so much.